Good evening. It is a warm evening here in Kentucky uh, on a Monday evening. How are you doing today? My name is Tony, and I will be your advisor today. What I wanted to talk about today, spend a little bit of time on the subject of warranties, kind of specifically extended warranties, because a lot of folks are buying those. A lot of folks are getting those when they purchase a new or used car. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that you should know about those warranties before you purchase them, and questions to ask when you're in the process of buying them. Typically, the process when you purchase an extended warranty from a selling dealer, new or used, is you'll be with a finance person, possibly even maybe the salesman, and they'll tell you that they offer these products to protect your car. Things like mechanical breakdown coverage, maybe some maintenance packages, uh, tire and wheel protection, uh, dent and ding, anything like that. So you have your choice to buy any of those products. They give you usually a number that affects your payment. They don't often tell you what those products will cost you in whole, but there are always something in your paperwork as to what the actual cost of those contracts are. And that's what they are, is they are a contract for basically an insurance policy. Almost all of your extended warranty companies are some form of an insurance company. And even some well-known insurance companies actually sell those plans. Allstate is one of them that I'm off the top of my head. But there's a lot of companies out there. They vary from region to region. There are some national companies. Uh, there are companies that I've never heard of. There's companies I'm sure you've never heard of. Uh, but one of the things when you're going to buy an extended warranty is always read the fine print. Another form of an extended warranty is certified pre owned. Those are warranties that are from the manufacturer of the car. If you ever see a car for sale at a dealership that doesn't sell the brand of what that car is, so you're looking and you see an ad for a Ford F-150 and it's being sold at a Toyota dealership, and they're advertised that as a certified pre-owned. Well, they're kind of misusing that term. That's an industry term that manufacturers like to use on cars that their dealers sell after they have gone through an inspection process and met a bunch of criteria. Uh, and in most cases, that criteria is they're either a no accident car, one owner car, they have to be a certain mileage and a certain year. Every manufacturer is a little bit different, but it usually runs somewhere no more than 5 or 6 years old, no more than 50 or 60,000 miles on it, clean Carfax, uh, and things of that nature. One owner, sometimes they are different. But a certified pre-owned warranty, typically what that is that's going to extend out your powertrain warranty. There is an element to it that has a very limited warranty for a very limited amount of time. It doesn't go the same years or miles that the powertrain goes to. So you have to understand, if you buy a car that's certified pre-owned, uh, it typically will go for 7 to 8 years, maybe a little bit longer. It could be 10 on the manufacturer, but the ones that I've dealt with in the past are about 7 years from the date that the car is new, not the date you bought it. Remember that. From the date that the car was new, 7 years from that date, or to 100,000 miles, whatever comes first. And oftentimes, in the process of being sold these cars, being sold these products, they typically will only tell you the mileage warranty. But this warranty is good to 100,000 miles because that's what people want to hear. Now, sometimes they'll say this warranty is good for 7 years, and then they don't tell you that there's a mileage. So sometimes people think that they have a 7 year warranty regardless of miles. Read your contract, read your contract, read your contract. Those are the three caveats that I tell people when they buy an extended warranty. So there'll be a test at the end of this video. One of those three things are. So make sure you heard that part. Read your contract, read your contract, read your contract. That's the most important. What can be frustrating is in the process of you purchasing these extended warranties um, during the buying process, uh, they won't often give you a copy of that contract. Ask them. If they don't give you a copy, ask them for a copy of it. Some places give it to you on a thumb drive. Some people will give you maybe an access to a web link, to a portal to find it. But if you are adamant and tell them, I want a hard copy of it because you want to be able to keep that in your car for wherever you go, get a copy of that contract. It's usually about 5 to 6 pages long. There's a whole ton of fine print in it. But if you know what you're looking for, you want to read that. And there's always a section in there, and this is the most important section, is not what the warranty covers. It's what the warranty does not cover. Because unfortunately, our industry, much to my dismay, loves to use the term bumper to bumper warranty fast and loose. It is no such thing as a bumper to bumper warranty. I don't care if your car is brand new, you do not have a bumper to bumper warranty. I had an old service manager that joked one time, is there's no such thing as a bumper to bumper warranty because your bumpers are never covered by warranty. Now, he was joking around when he said that, but there are things that are not covered by any warranty. Most importantly, damage, things that get broke. Drive over a pothole, you break something in your suspension, you back out of your garage, you break your mirror, someone bumps into you at Kroger parking lot and they break your tail light. Those are not covered by your extended warranty. Those are things that failed due to outside damage. Rodent intrusion, mice climbed underneath your hood, chewed your engine harness, causing a whole bunch of warning lights to go off. Guess what? That's not covered by your extended warranty. Now, depending on the cost of that repair, that might be covered by your car insurance. And that would be something to investigate if that ever does happen. And if you live in certain parts of the country, especially colder climates where I'm originally from, it happens quite frequently. I don't see it as much down here as I did see it up north. I don't see it as much. So your extended warranty when you purchase it can vary based on what kind of contract that you bought. If you bought a contract that is a vehicle service contract, what that really is what's called a mechanical breakdown contract. And it's going to cover things that are not considered wear items. What are wear items, you say? Brake pads, tires, wiper blades, filters, maintenance. See what I mean? The stuff that you're going to change on a regular, semi-regular interval over the life of the car. Those are considered wear items. What are the kinds of things that they do cover? Obviously, your powertrain, which almost all manufacturers consider powertrain to be your engine, your transmission, your differential, rear and front axles, your drive axles, and some manufacturers consider your wheel bearings to be powertrain. Varies a little bit from manufacturer. There's some that consider that wheel bearings, some don't. But the big components, the expensive stuff, those are considered powertrain components. Now, there's other things in your car that are very, very expensive, especially modern cars, computers, touch screens, forward-sensing radar units. Some of these things are crazy, crazy expensive. Electric cars, even more so. I've yet to work at a dealership that sells electric cars. I have sold, sold electric used cars. But for the most part, some of that stuff can be very expensive, and you usually have to go to the selling dealer to get that fixed. So you bought an extended warranty, something happens to your car, you bring it back to the dealership and you say, I have a warranty, should be covered. You don't know that yet. Any shop will tell you, any good shop, reputable shop, will tell you, we have to find out what's wrong with your car. Then we have to contact the warranty company, tell them what we found, build up an estimate because they're going to ask me when I call them up, what's the part number, part numbers, how much labor is required, what's your labor rate, what's your warranty. They ask a whole bunch of stuff like that. This is after they ask stuff about the car, verify that you have a contract. If it's a covered repair, they authorize the repair. They tell us how much they're going to pay us, which is usually what we ask, typically. Give or take a few bucks here or there. There might be some differences, but that's not your problem. That's the problem of the shop. They'll authorize the work, and then the technician will presumably start the work straight away for the most part, give or take, given any parts availability concerns. Get the car fixed. The repair facility will submit the paperwork for payment, and then you pay whatever deductible that you have. There's the thing. Most warranties have some form of a deductible, and that deductible can vary, and the cost of the plan varies based on how low your deductible is. So, right, simple math, think about your car insurance. The lower deductible you have, the higher your premiums are. It's no different with an extended warranty. The lower your deductible, the higher the cost of that plan is. Probably 75 to 80% of all warranties that I see on a daily basis are $100 deductible. I've seen some that are zero. Some people decide to pay that high dollar amount because they don't ever want to pay anything out of pocket. $100, $250, I've even seen $500. So remember that you have to know what your deductible is so you're not surprised when it comes time to have your repairs done. But when you do purchase this plan, ask for it to be explained to you. And if you're not sure, get a copy of the contract. Go to a service professional that you trust, whether it's at the selling dealer, you have a relationship with that service department, or another shop, and say, I purchased this. Can you please help me understand how I'm supposed to use it? Another thing to remember is you are not bound to always go to the dealership that you bought the car from if you don't want to and use that warranty. That warranty follows you and the car. It doesn't stay put in the dealership. There are some caveats to that. There are some companies out there that will sell a contract that has what they call a tieback option, meaning that if you are more than 40 or 50 miles away from the selling dealership and your car fails, they may require you to go back to the selling dealer. There's usually a loophole to get out of that. You just have to ask the dealer to waive their right to have you come back to the selling dealership. Sometimes there is a benefit though if you come back to the selling dealership where you bought the plan, you'll get your deductible waived. That's a possibility too. Some plans have that. It's always in the fine print. Not all plans do it, but there are some that will do it. So that kind of wraps up what you're doing today. Information for you to have when you are buying a new or used car and they offer you a service contract is basically what that's called, to protect your vehicle. They're not cheap. There are a lot of opinions as to whether or not you should or shouldn't buy them. They are plus and minuses. When people ask me, I say to them, if you had to do a major repair in your car after the car is outside of its factory warranty, and you had to do a major repair, such as a transmission. I just had a customer today who had a car out of warranty, that we finished their car and they got a new transmission. They picked their car up, and the bill was about $5,500 parts and labor, taxes out the door, give or take. Now, for their case, they paid for it cash. They had the resources to do that. But I ask people, if you do not have the resources to pay for that repair, how would you pay for it? And most people say, well, I would probably put it on a credit card, or I'd borrow the money, and which are all not ideal. None of those are that good. You don't want to put that kind of money into debt if you don't have to. So if you don't think you'll have the resources to fix a major component for a car that you're probably still making payments on, that's the other thing that kind of hurts, is maybe a warranty might be a good idea for you based on your financial situation. If you have the funds and you would pay for it out of savings, then you probably don't need it. And again, warranties are always a little bit of the roll of the dice. The more reliable car that you buy, the less likely you're going to use it. The less reliable kind of car that you buy, you you might have to use it. Why would people buy an unreliable car? Well, sometimes people buy what they like, not what they should. And that might be a video for another day. Please comment below, like, subscribe, share, do all those YouTubey things to help out the channel. And again, my name is Tony. Thank you for letting me be your advisor today. God bless and have a great night.